Welcome to episode 1 of knitting a bunch of sweaters for my trip to Ireland that is happening in less than 2 months. As of today, I have 57 days to make all of the sweaters that I plan to make for this trip. And there is a reason for why I want to make a bunch of sweaters for this trip. And that reason is I am going to Ireland for a 7-day knitting tour. And I want to wear something that I made every single day that I'm there. I do already have 2 sweaters that I've knit, so I only have to make 5 more sweaters. That's if I want to wear something different every day of the tour, which I do, but if I'm not able to complete 5 sweaters in the next 57 days, then I'll just rewear something that I've already worn. But I'm gonna try to make 5 brand new sweaters. So for this sweater right here, I started off with this section of the back panel, and then I picked up some stitches right here for the front panel, and I'm creating the hole for my head to go through right here. And I hope that it is big enough. It's looking a little small right now, but usually I make them too big. So this time around, I was like, I gotta make it smaller. but she's looking a little too small, but I guess we'll find out. So now I've come to the point where I need to cast on some stitches to connect both of these little side sections right here. It doesn't look that weird.
Oh, good. I'm glad you didn't undo it.
Me too. I almost took it all apart.
Everything else here.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. Thanks for encouraging me not to take it apart. So, fortunately, it doesn't look that bad.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay, 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 yay.
Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, Mom.
Yeah.
Barely fits over my head, but that's okay. I think this might actually work. It better work. Spent so much time working on it. So I have a little bit of an update for you guys. So I've made actually a decent amount of progress on all, oops, thought I dropped a stitch. On all three of my sweater projects. And I will start with this one right here because this is the one I'm happiest with at the moment. And mostly because I just love this yarn so much and how it works up. And I did have a couple issues with it and I managed to figure it out. So I did this in like 2-3 days. Yeah, this is how much I managed to get done in like 2-3 days. But also keep in mind, I've also been working on like 2 other projects. So this has been working up fairly quickly, which I'm really happy about. But I do have an issue with this sweater. I somehow miscalculated the amount of skeins I would need for this sweater. I ended up only getting 4 skeins, but each skein is only 90 something yards, like let's just say 100 yards, which means I have 400 yards of yarn for making this sweater. And I realized I definitely don't think that's enough. So I actually did put in an order for 3 more skeins of this Othello yarn just earlier today. So I solved that problem and now let me show you. So this project right here, this one's going well. Nothing has really changed with this sweater right here. Everything's working out. I'm just doing some regular stock knit rows, and eventually I will get to a point where the front panel is the same length as the back panel section right here, and then I'm gonna join both the front and back panel in order to work in the round. But I have not gotten to that point yet. And then we have the orange sweater. The beautiful, beautiful orange sweater, which looks really good on camera right now. Wow. I don't know how I feel about this sweater. I did take it off my needles yesterday and put it on a lifeline to see what it looked like if I just like lay it flat. And then it made me feel better. I was like, okay, it doesn't look as ridiculous as I thought. I was actually about to take it apart first, and then my mom's the one that actually told me that it would be silly for me to take it apart. She doesn't really knit, so just the idea of taking apart something that she saw me working on for like hours just seemed so crazy to her. So she kind of encouraged me to not take it apart. So instead of doing that, I put it on a lifeline, and when it was off my needles, it did look better. But now that I've been working it up, the doubt is starting to creep back in a little bit. And yeah, so I don't know how I feel about this sweater. Let me tell you why I'm having all this doubt. So as you can see, it's a raglan sweater, and I have made raglan sweaters before, but I normally do it where I increase on every single round for the sleeves and front and back panel. But when I do it like that, both the sleeves and the body end up being very, very oversized, when really I only want the body to be really oversized and then the sleeves to be like a little less oversized. So that's what gave me the idea to try something new with this raglan. And what I did is I increased every single round for the front and back panel, but I increased for every third round for the sleeves. My thought process was, oh, like if I do it like that, the body will be nice and oversized and like wide, but then the sleeves will be like a normal size. What is it? Like maybe like that. So that's how I was thinking it would work up. But what I noticed is that this section right here, like the front and back panel, it's a little bunched up, which is leading me to believe that I should have done an increase every other round. So I have started to doubt this sweater again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work up a couple more rounds, and then I'm gonna put it back on a lifeline and maybe like put it over my head, because I have like formed the sleeves now. So when I put it on a lifeline this time, it'll look a little different when I try it on. Like I can actually try it on over my head. So that's what I'm gonna do. But since this project, there's a chance that it might not work out, I was thinking, you know, maybe I could cast on a new sweater and be focused more on this new sweater instead of this one, because I am feeling a little about this sweater right now. I love the color and the yarn and everything, but the idea, the concept, it's not making me feel very secure. So yeah, I will be casting on a new sweater right now, or actually maybe in a few hours, because my client, which is actually one of my friends, is gonna be here in like 5 minutes, and then I have to go do her eyelashes. And yeah, so that'll probably take me like 2-3 hours, and then I'll come back and cast on this new sweater. But before I go and do her lashes, I'm gonna quickly show you the yarn that I'm gonna be using to make this new sweater. And it's this yarn right here that I got at Koigu. And I am going to be pairing it with 2 strands of mohair. I've already started working up like a little mini swatch, not a full-on swatch, but I just wanted to see what these 3 yarns look like when worked up together. And this is what, wow, this lighting does not do it justice. Let me show you a different angle. Oh yeah, isn't she so pretty? Yeah, so I'm thinking of doing a raglan sweater with this yarn. So we are going to cast on this sweater in like 2-3 hours. So I ended up not casting on that sweater right after doing my friend's lashes, and that is because it took me an hour longer than I expected to do her lashes, and that is because we spent an hour talking beforehand. And I originally had plans with another friend later on in the evening, and since I took a little longer to do my friend's lashes, by the time I finished, I had to go meet my other friend right after. So didn't get a chance to cast on my multicolor hot pink sweater with 2 strands of mohair right after the lashes, but we are going to do it now after I change into something more comfortable. This is comfy, but The jeans, not so much. So tired. It's not even that late either. 7:20? What? How did I get that so wrong? 10:20. Well, now 10:21. So I am going to call it a night, go to bed, and we're gonna resume the knitting tomorrow. I have some updates for you, and the first update that I'm going to share with you is the update that I have for this sweater right here. So I'm back to feeling confident about it. This sweater has been such a roller coaster of emotions because I just keep going back and forth between feeling doubtful about it and then feeling confident about it. I've just gone back and forth so many times now, but I'm just going to trust the process. Since I'm feeling good about it, at the moment, I am not gonna put it on a lifeline like I mentioned earlier. My plan was to take it off my needles and put it on a lifeline to try it on once I got to like around where I'm at right now, just to kind of reassure myself that it was looking okay before I continue to spend hours working on it. But it's a lot of effort to do that, and so I've just decided not to do that because I'm feeling good about it now. I think it's looking good, so we're just gonna continue working in the round without putting it on a lifeline. And the next update I have is for this sweater right here. So I ended up redoing these two sections right here for the front panel because the hole that I had before was way too small. Like I had to squeeze it over my head for it to actually fit. Anyways, this is what it's looking like now. And if I put it over my head, this is what it's looking like. So now I'm just gonna continue working some rows along the front panel here until it gets to be the same length as what I have for the back panel so far. And then I'm going to join the front and back panel together and then start working in the round. And then I have an update on this sweater right here. So I've made a decent amount of progress on this sweater as well. This is what it's looking like. It's looking very, very beautiful. I really love what it looks like paired with the mohair. Like, look at the halo. Wow, it's so pretty, and it's really, really soft, and the colors are just beautiful. So yeah, I've just been dividing my time between all three of these projects this past week, and I'm gonna continue to do so until I finish all of them. And I will be casting on probably like 2 more sweaters as well, but I wanna finish at least 1 or 2 of these sweaters before I cast on any new ones. So that's all I have for episode 1 of knitting a bunch of sweaters for my trip to Ireland, but I will be continuing to work on these sweaters and maybe casting on a new sweater in episode 2. So stay tuned for the next episode in the series, but for now I'm gonna go. But thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys soon.